Hey guys, what is up? It's your girl Grace Torie, and I am switching things up. So I am currently recording my podcast on my phone because I don't have an adapter for my microphone yet, but I really wanted to start this and I was super excited. So welcome to That Girl Podcast. So what is That Girl Podcast? So the whole point of this podcast is to navigate our 20s together, build a community of women who support the other women and can give each other advice on what it's like navigating this really difficult time in 2022, or if you're watching this down the road, in this era. So what is that girl? We need to start with that. Known mostly on TikTok, that girl is a girl or any gender that gets up at 5 a.m., meditates, drinks smoothies, has showers every day, journals, eats only healthy food, goes to the gym every day, and is successful in many ways. This stereotype is typically on TikTok and films morning or night routines. Most likely rich, too. So yes, I just read that off of Urban Dictionary because I wanted to make sure it was accurate. So I was just, thinking about it, and that girl has kind of become something that's been a part of my life. I know I made a couple videos about it last summer in 2021, and I think it's something we all strive to do. And it's kind of evolved from, I want to say that girl started as like the hot girl summer is really what started it, and then it evolved into everyone wants to be this specific type of girl who has her life together and, is perfect. And it became almost a vision of this girl who's on the skinnier side, has healthy food, doesn't have any health problems like mental health. We don't know her, and just has it together. What does she do for a living? We don't know. She goes to the gym. She, sits on her computer, and everything is organized and great, but that's really it. It almost sounds like she doesn't have a job outside of being perfect, and I wanted to redefine that. So setting the standard before we even jump into all of these episodes, I want to tell you that that girl is whatever your version of that girl is. So for me, I've been working on some manifestations, and I'm not going to share them yet. If you want me to do a manifestation affirmation routine, I will. That's a whole other episode. But to me, that girl envisions my highest potential and that reality of that person that I want to become. So the person who has all of my manifestations, she's confident, she's beautiful, she's caring, and she knows her self-worth are just some of the attributes. I don't have a vision of this person who, gets up at 7 a.m. because you'll never catch me up before probably 8. 8 is realistic, 7 is just pushing it. So I don't want to be that. And it's okay to take that trait and say, I don't want to do that. But I do like matcha, so I identify in that aspect. Because that girl is not what everybody else thinks you should be. It's what you are striving to be. So that's just setting the precedent before we even get into this podcast. I'm not going to sit here and say that you need to be a specific type of person. I just want you to meet your highest potential. So, setting that precedent, I kind of want to talk about my background and why I think that this podcast is important, as well as what I hope to bring to you and what you can take from me or give as well. So That Girl Podcast is meant to be for those girlies who maybe didn't have a content creation background and work a 9-to-5 and don't live in LA or Austin or New York, because that's me. I live in Kentucky. I work a 9-to-5. I do work from home, but it's still a corporate position, and I don't have a content creation background. And while I love that and would want nothing more, I unfortunately don't have that position at this time. I don't have the flexibility to wake up and go to the gym and, schedule my day however I want it, and I'm on somebody else's schedule and I'm working, and it's different. And as I mentioned, I have nothing against that. I love the content creation girlies, but I found that I wasn't able to identify with a lot of the things that they say in their podcasts. Like, they typically started their journey after they had a following, so that was already their established position. And I just found that I needed someone who had the same struggles I did. An example of this is time management. I have a really hard time going to the gym or going to even go for a hot girl walk because I have so many other things on my plate. Example, working 9 to 5, you know, typical life things that I am not saying that those people don't have, but some of them do have a little bit more flexibility in their day so that it's not as much of an issue. And that's just one example. So I wanted to create a place for those girlies like me who have that normal background, aren't from one of those bigger cities, and, you know, are looking for someone to relate to them and be able to speak to what it's like to live a quote-unquote more normal lifestyle. So that's where I come in. What I'm going to be doing is not only talking about what it's like to be in your early 20s. I just turned 23. I just started my first position. I graduated with my master's in May, so I have 3 degrees. Currently only using the master's, sort of. I'm not using my undergrads, which, sad. I hope that I can use them one day. But that being said, I don't know what I'm doing. I wake up every day and I'm just confused. I'm frustrated. I have anxiety because I don't know what the future holds, and I've never been in that position. I've always known after this semester we'll have another one, or after, you know, 11th grade comes 12th grade. And I'm started to panic a little because I don't know what tomorrow holds. I know that long term I want to get a new car and I want to buy a house, but like, I don't have concrete steps to do that, because it's not like in college where one assignment leads to another assignment and then that builds your knowledge and you're going to take a test. You have to build these goals by yourself, and I'm still learning how to do that. So I thought that I would take you guys along with me, and, you know, I can share you tips and things that I learn, and you can also share anything that you find out, and we can talk about how we got to this place, and, you know, just bounce ideas and have a community of girlies. I don't want to call it a sorority, but something similar where we all just support each other and we talk about our struggles. We talk about where things are not going well and where things are going well, and we all find our purpose together, because I don't know what my purpose is. I do have a job, but I know that it's not something that I'm going to be doing forever until I retire. I haven't found my passion yet, and I don't know where it lies. So I'm still working on that, and I know a lot of women my age are as well. And we also have to deal with the added pressures of, you know, marriage and balancing if we want to have a child in the future. How is that going to impact our career? And, you know, how do we do all these things? And like I mentioned, I've found that in these podcasts I typically listen to, they have the flexibility to where working a 9 to 5 and having kids is not an issue. So I just wanted to be the light that comes in and talks about that, and, you know, focuses on the things that I wasn't able to find in those podcasts where podcasting is their full-time job. So let's navigate this together. Let's talk about this together, and let's find our common grounds and where we meet. So what are we going to be covering in this podcast? Some fun things that I have planned. One thing that I want to do is do a book club spotlight. So I'm trying to read a book a month. So this is not going to be every single month, but I think it'll be, or every single week. I think it'll be once a month that I will highlight a book that I'm reading, or actually it'll be a book that I just finished, and I'll talk about highs and lows, what I thought, what a rating out of 10 was, and honestly, like, what type of person will benefit from it, and what the main goals and objectives were in the book. So I am almost finished with the book I'm reading now, and then I will do that. Another thing that we're going to be talking about is having a sister shout out. So I don't want to coin this from like James Charles. I know that sister is his thing, but I'm still thinking of a name for it. So right now, that's what it's called, but we're going to change it. So what this is I'm going to be picking girls in our community and just highlighting a way that they showed up as that girl this week. So whether that's setting their alarm a little earlier, if you are one of those people who wants to get up earlier, or going to the gym because they found that, you know, they've been struggling and they finally were able to go to the gym, or buying a new face product and realizing that it's been helpful. You know, anything, any way that you showed up as that girl for yourself that week, we want to highlight that. So I'll shout out your Instagram, or TikTok, or whatever, you know, platform you feel most comfortable, and I will talk about how you really just overcame this. And, you know, it'll be a short blurb about what you did and I'll just talk about how I'm proud of you and maybe relate it to my own life depending on what the situation is. So that is what the plan is for this. I am really excited to get started. I hope that you are too. This was just meant to be a little intro / trailer to what to expect, and I will start posting on Sundays and Wednesdays soon. We'll have 2 episodes a week. I'm not sure how long they're going to be yet. I'm still planning it out, but this was just the little intro to get you excited. So I hope that you want to become that girl with me. You want to hop on this train, join the community, and talk about what interests you. So going forward, here's what I need you to do. I need you to share this podcast with someone who you think could benefit from it. Comment down below or in the reviews, leave a review saying what you're most excited for and what way you are trying to become that girl, whether it's career-wise, whether it's relationship-wise. What goal are you working towards? Let me know of anything that you want to see in this, whether that's manifesting, whether that's health. What aspect of that girl are you most excited to see an episode on? And, follow, subscribe, whatever you are on, depending what platform. This is going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on iTunes and Spotify, hopefully, and I will let you know of any other platforms I am able to get it on. But I think that's it. I'm really, really excited. I hope that you are too, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day or night. All right. Bye, girlies.